Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Janoy with Trading the Charts Pro. In this video, I'm basically gonna break down my daily income for today. I was able to make my income for today using options. Okay. All right, so let's get into it. My total income for today is actually $1,886.50. Okay. How was I able to make this money right here? I did two things. I used two strategies. The first strategy that I used was I created a spread overnight in Boeing BA to protect some 185 calls that I currently own, which expire in January 2021. So about 6 months from now. So because the market was coming down last night a little bit, I wanted to deploy some protection. So I was able to sell some 195 calls that expires July 17, and at open this morning those calls were actually worth a lot less than what I sold them for overnight, because when we opened, Boeing was down a little bit, so something that I sold for a high price is now cheaper, and I was able to close that trade out for a profit of 400 and $412, because I saw that Boeing didn't really want to go down further, and the whole purpose of me buying them overnight was to secure my position. So if we had fell $10 or $20 this morning, then I would have actually made money on the short-term position while I'm still holding my long-term position. So overall, I would still be protected um, with the drop, basically. All right. And so let's get into what I did this morning to bring in another $1,471.90. And what's so sweet about this, $1,400, is that I actually made that $1,400 in 18 minutes. That's crazy, man. If you can look here, this is the time that I acquired the position. I acquired a position at 10:10, and then 10:28 I got out of the position. 18 minutes, 1471.94 in profit using call options. So basically, I had bought the 170s that expired January 15, 2021. I bought those for $51 per contract, 51.81, and I ended up selling them back for 53.44. That's crazy. I made a quick profit of $1.64 per contract. I had 9 contracts. One contract controls 100 shares. So ultimately, I was controlling uh, 900 shares of Boeing right there, which give me that quick profit in a couple minutes for 14.95. So let's jump into the charts really quick, and I'll show you what the setup was that I was basically looking at, why I decided uh, that I'm going to do all of that right there. Okay, let's clean this up. All right, so zoom out on my chart. All right, so I'm actually breaking this down in a 1 minute time frame because it shows the details a little bit better. And this trade that I took was actually a scalp. So when you're scalping, you want to use a small time frame. That way you can take advantage of the small detail. It doesn't have to be a 1 minute chart. It can actually be a 5 minute chart, or it can be a 60 minute chart. But in this case, I want it to be very detailed in terms of seeing exactly what was happening, so that I can jump in or out of the trade very, very fast. All right. So overnight, this is where Boeing closed, and then at open, Boeing had actually dropped down all the way from 192 down to 188, guys. That position that I'd sold out for 400 at the bottom right here was worth $1,000. Why did I not close it out right there? Because I was not sure as yet that Boeing is not going to continue to further drop, right? So before I close it out, I want to make sure, hey, this thing is going to reverse, so I no longer need to be protecting this long position, and I can actually close it out and then look for the write up. So this is what happened, right? We fell to 188, we rallied, and then we pulled back and we attempted to go lower. But we didn't. Buyers came in, ran it up. As soon as I see that we have break above this level, I closed out that position that was supposed to be a protection, which are the 195 calls that expired July 17th. That was protecting my 185 that expire in January 2021. So I closed out the protection. Now my initial position is okay to run up, right? That's not what made me the $1,471. What actually did was when I saw that, hey, we've made a higher low right here, and it looks like we're bouncing in this area. I took another position, a new position, and that new position with the 9 contract run up, it pulled back. When I saw the pullback, I started to become very cautious because I'm saying if it breaks back below this level, I'm about to close this straight out. All right. I waited a couple minutes. The position was rallying, so I'm like, okay, this is looking really nice here, guys. Then I started to become even more cautious because right here, this is a pattern that we teach. I started to recognize that, hey, something critical is happening here. We can end up throw a double top right here, which turns into an M pattern and has the potential to come back down. So right in this zone, I decided to close my position out, and shortly after the market gapped up a little bit more, but you can see what happened here afterwards, which was not good. Okay, so I took my profits while I had it and lock it in. So it's very important that when we take a trade, we don't overstay in the trade, we don't get greedy in the trade, and we just take the profit that we have and look for another opportunity. In my opinion, just one trade, $1,471 plus another 400 from my protection that I had put on overnight. Total for the day, $1,886. I think that's a very good profit for the day. So I just wanted to break this down and share with you guys that if you're going to be an active trader, it's very important that you have multiple strategies inside your toolbox, because the more strategies you have in your toolbox is the more you're able to handle what the market brings to you, is the more skills you have, so you can throw different defensive tactics to protect your account over the long haul. All right, so for the day total, for the day, I was up 3,000, and that includes my other position that I'm still holding potentially, closer to January. All right. So if you guys like the information that I'm actually putting out here on this content, I'm asking you, please smash the like button and subscribe to this page so that when I put up my next video, you'll be the first to get notified. All right. I look forward to seeing you in my next video. And also, if you'd like to learn a little bit more, please visit my website at www.tradingthechartspro.com. I look forward to seeing you there.